So another quick review. I'm catching up on the videos. I've been slacking, you know, Christmas vacation and all. The Pdp Faceoff. Oh, face is off. I just got a comment on a previous gameplay video. People are having issues with the turbo button. Well, you want to make sure. People have been telling me it's hard to reach. Some of the people have been experienced a bugged out turbo button, like it doesn't switch off weirdly. Wait, I'll plug it in. I'll show exactly what I mean. I'll plug it in this video edit of perfection, so you guys can see. Basically, people are having issues with the turbo button, trying to reach it, trying to press it, trying to get to it. It's very simple. Make sure when you latch on your faceplate, you can get other different faceplate. It's a feature I actually like. I wish I had more faceplate. I'm trying to look into if they are selling faceplate on their own. It's a very cheap way, the wired one. Plus, it's plugged in my Switch right now and it's super far away. The wire, might I add, is really long and very nice to have a long one. I don't mind it wired at all. It's a cheap way to get a Pro Controller. Pro Controller full price is very expensive. Down here, 30 bucks for a Pro Controller. The quality's there. The plastic feels a bit flimsy. I wouldn't drop this on a cement floor. I would love to try it, but I don't have any other quality examples to drop on the floor and break it. This is my only one, so I'm trying to save it. So basically, what you want to do is make sure it's really latched in perfectly on all sides and nothing is blocking underneath. Like a piece of food just got stuck in the middle. You should access the turbo button easily. Now, people have been having issues that the turbo button stays on. Just unplug it and it's fine. But for me, I had no issues. I had a blast playing. It's my only turbo controller on the Switch. That's another selling point to me. It's the only controller I have with the turbo buttons. And the sad part is it doesn't turbo everything. It only turbos one button. So the trick is you press here and it's gonna go red, right? And whatever trigger you press, the next one, usually, like, I'll do some gameplay later on today. When you're shooting a weapon or you have basically just a handgun, you could almost make a Uzi with the handgun. But the thing is, once you press it, it's not like turbo from back in the old days. Remember, back in the old days, turbo on the NES Max, you press it. This one basically turns on the button and always, look, I'm gonna press B, it's gonna flash, and this one's on turbo, like on its own, always doing the B button. For trigger button, like I said, having a handgun is very useful. I was playing Wolfenstein and I turned it on and the gun was almost firing like a Uzi. It was quite a fun feature. But the fact that all of the button doesn't turn on turbo, for me, maybe have a trick I didn't see. I tried everything, but you can only turn one button on for turbo. So you want to shut off that button because it's firing like crazy now. The B button, you just press it back and then it's back to normal. But you press the turbo and you press the trigger button you want repeatedly pushed, like on its own. So back in the days, the turbo buttons, I was expecting that, but that's not what I'm getting off the experience. So the turbo part is kind of a downer. It's fun for some games, but like if I'm playing, I don't know, Eastwat on Sega Genesis Collection, the character can't move and he's basically just shooting. It's not a real turbo. Because back in the days when you switched on the turbo, every trigger, like you let go and it would stop. But this one, once you press it, it's always on. So it's kind of annoying. So that's my downer point. But aesthetically, it looks good and it plays good. The controls are very tight, very nice. It's a cheap way for a Pro Controller, like I said. The turbo button, I didn't buy this for the turbo button. I just bought it to figure out a cheap way to get a Pro Controller for you guys to test out. And it's actually very, very good, very satisfying. PDP did an awesome job. Though, you might, or I gotta read or get more information on that turbo button. I wish it would work and switch on. The negative point to me is the turbo button actually doesn't activate every single button. Just one. And it repeats on its own. So, I gotta go with a buyer for this one, honestly, for the quality. 30 bucks at Walmart. Pdp Faceoff controller. Very much enjoying it. A cheap way for you guys to get a pro controller. I might try the wireless one maybe later on this week, but the wired one does the job fine. Don't forget, thumbs up the video, send some love, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great Saturday morning.